Research shows that the majority of women consider themselves either head of household when it comes to financial decision-making or an active participant in decision-making. So in a widely fluctuating market, when it might be time for some financial decisions, what can we learn from women about investing? And what do women need to do to be better investors? Joining us now for the CNBC Edge, Manisha Thakor. She's the financial advisor and co-author of a terrific book, My Own 2 Feet. Manisha is from Houston. She's in New York, though, for us today. And Teresa Krug, Vice President of Wealth Trust in Arizona in Phoenix. And also with us, Herb Greenberg, who's out in San Diego. Ladies, welcome. Herb, welcome.
Hi, Sue.
Manisha, I'll start with you. And, you know, women do have to face some rather stark realities. Many of them will outlive their spouses, and so they do have to have special consideration when it comes to their financial planning, and they need to do some financial planning, correct?
So it's so true. So us modern women, we know that a man is not a financial plan intellectually, but here's the empirical reason. 80% of us ladies will die single. 80% of men die married. So we're the ones left holding the bag at the end of the day. That's why it's extra important for us to have a financial plan.
And Teresa, that really goes to your particular area of expertise. What do you generally counsel your clients who are female? Do you counsel them differently than the male counterparts?
You know, we're really, that's a great question, Sue. We're really trying to take our clients and bring the women in. You know, in investing, there's a lot of emotional tendencies, and women tend to bring some rational thoughts to the bigger picture. You know, we're building the portfolios with couples, not just the man or the woman. We bring them in as a couple. You know, we want to frame the portfolios as a total return. Don't treat them as a single investment. And women bring a lot of really solid fundamentals when it comes to some of those decisions. You're right. And I'd love to read the book coming out that my co-host has. Women are making more and more of those decisions every day.
Herb, weigh in on all of this.
Well, you know, I should weigh in by saying that my wife proves this right because she's always the one who says, don't be a hero. And I think that's fascinating because she is not involved in all the macho that you got to get the most. Manisha, the question, I noticed you mentioned that a lot of women like socially responsible funds. And can they get into a trap of buying something because of emotion as opposed to what also may be financially prudent?
Well, the history of the world is long and rich and full of women instigating social change. So I love it when I hear women saying, what about socially responsible funds? But the flip side is I hear a lot of men saying, look, I'm going to make as much money as I can and then put those dollars where my cause is and my heart is. And so one of the things that I think each gender can learn from each other are some of the benefits. Socially responsible investing sometimes has higher costs and lower returns. The flip side is you can make a difference if you put your mark down with what you will and will not buy stock-wise.
Yeah, Teresa, you get the final word. We have about a minute left. In this particular market environment, should either the male or the female investor, for that matter, what should they do? Should they have already rebalanced? Should they rebalance now, or do they ride it out? What are you counseling?
Well, you know, we're looking at moving forward. If you're going to make changes, you probably should have done it 6 months ago. I think social funds are a great place to enhance portfolios. I'd say go back to some of the basics. You know, make a plan. You know, retirement is great. It's a great funding tool. How about sit down and have that conversation with your husband? You know, have that part of the plan. Fund retirements as non-working women. If we're home raising the kids, which is average about 15 years, we lose those. So you got to fund those retirement accounts. You know, have that plan and really just stick to it. I mean, that's all we can say.
Consistency, consistency, consistency.
Right. You know, and again, I think you don't want to decorate the house with curtains before you have the foundation. I think social funds are great, but what if we have new investors? Start at the beginning and then work your way up to enhancing those portfolios.
Okay, terrific. Thank you all very much.
Oh, you're welcome.